Fans are actually one of the most important parts of your garden to keep your plants healthy, to keep everything moving properly, and to keep pests away. But what is the optimal way to install them to make sure your plants are healthy, safe, and robust? We're going to talk about that a little bit today, but if you don't know me, my name is Cannabis Express 420. I've been doing YouTube for about 3 years almost, and I've been growing for roughly 2 years. If you want to learn more about cannabis and you're just getting into it, or you've been growing for a while and want to learn more, please hit the subscribe button and get notified every single time I upload. I would really appreciate it. But we're going to talk about fans today. So if you've never gardened before and you're unsure why you need a fan in your cannabis garden, the reason is extremely simple. Well, actually, there are a lot of reasons. And the most important reason is to simply move the air around in the high humidity environment to ensure that there are no spots where mold is going to be able to accumulate and that the air is not going to be stagnant anywhere. This is also going to help keep pests away, like we talked about a second ago. How do you set up a fan in the garden, and what power setting do you use, and how far away should the fan be? Those are the three main things we're going to talk about, and those are the three main factors for fans you're going to need to worry about. So for setting it up for distance, I would try to get, you can go as far as you want, as long as the plant is getting proper airflow and the room is getting proper airflow, but the closest I would like to go is a foot away from your plant. And the reason this is a foot is about that long. And the reason you want to keep your fan at a decent distance away is you don't want it to get the brunt of the power. You want to keep it far enough away and at a low enough setting that you're not going to give your plant wind damage. Now, if you start noticing stress, your plants are going to start curling up and looking weak and like they're dying, and the rest of the plant's going to look perfectly fine. This is going to be your sign that you didn't underwater it, there's no nutrient stress, because if there was, for either of those, the entire plant would be in shambles, or the entire bottom of the plant would be showing a deficiency of some sort. So if you're experiencing a stress and wondering if it's wind damage, is it on the part of the plant that the fan is blowing on? And if it is, either move your fan further away, start it on oscillating, which I always recommend. The oscillating setting if applicable, and if not, I would have that be your top fan. So what setting do you want to use when you're using a fan in your garden? The answer is the lowest possible setting you can get away with. Now, the reason is you don't want a super high setting fan, because if you have it on 3 all the time, and it's, even if it's oscillating and it's blowing at your plant, it's going to start causing wind damage if the power is high enough and if that fan is blowing hard enough. So you're going to want to go with the lowest setting possible that you can get away with without air being stagnant and without the plant getting wind stress. The lowest setting possible. Now, how many fans are you going to want to put in a single garden? This can vary greatly. So we're not going to talk specific numbers. The answer is actually going to be as many as you need to move all of the air in your grow room. That's it. That's the whole answer. If you need 5 fans, get 5 fans. If you need 10, get 10. If you only need 3, hey man, use 3. It will really depend. And if you need to add fans later on, that is perfectly okay to do. If you need to take some away, hey, no plant has ever complained about having fans removed from the garden. Now, my final piece of advice that I'm going to talk about when it comes to the fans, you're going to want to invest in something that is a decent quality that's going to hold up over a lot of grows. You're going to want your investment to last. So if you need to spend a little bit more money to ensure that happens, read a couple more customer reviews to ensure that happens. You can do so. And if you're looking for a fan and have no idea where to go, you can go to like AC Infinity. I'm sure Spider Farmer has fans. Those 2 brands right there are pretty much going to get you where you need to go. But any big cannabis growing brand is going to have a fan for you. Fans aren't a super complicated thing. It just keeps the air moving. And we'll get into what you can do for the plant to keep perfect air circulation in your garden at all times in the next video. And until then, I will see you next time. Thank you very much.